Evening to all of you people from Russia and Belarus. This is Fernando Patino once again. Today I'm going to discuss a 1996 portable 1750 64 level chess computer from Radio Shack, United States of America. The copyright is 1996 Tandy Corporation, made in China for a very long time. Let me give you this example. Its location was in Fort Worth, Texas, 76102. And let me explain this myself. Back in the day, when I used to be a boy, a little child back in the day, when I was a baby, I was born in Tuesday, May 24, 1994. In 1995, I was absolutely between myself 1 year of age. But back in 1997, I was 3 years of age. In 1998, I was absolutely, 4 years of age as a child. I could have this chess game set back in the day because back in the day in 2003, I used to have an Excalibur chess game set. I remember that I was going to have a wood chess set with stainless steel pieces, but instead, my parents they refused to have. I did not need a chess game set piece game of stainless steel metal pieces. Instead, by accident, I did throw an Excalibur chess game computer similar to the Radio Shack of the 1990s because I never liked it before the Excalibur European chess game set. It was sold in Ross store back in the day. The products are between very expensive today in eBay. You see this product absolutely, it's very older. If I can turn on the light of the lamp, this product it's been between let me see, 1996. It was from 1997, 1 year ago. 2 years ago, 1988, 1999, 3 years ago, 2000, 3 years ago, 2001, 4 years ago, and 2002, 7 years ago, and 2003, 8 years ago, 2004, 9 years ago, and 2005, 11 years ago, 2006, 12 years ago, and 13 years ago in 2007, and 14 years in 2008, and 15 years in 2009, 16 years in 2010, and 17 years in 2011, and 18 years in 2012, and 19 years in 2013, and 20 years in 2014, and 21 years in 2015, and 22 years in 2016, and 23 years in 2017, and 2018, 24 years of manufactured in China, and 2019, 25 years of production, and 2020, 26 years of production, 2021, 27 years of production, 28 years of production in 2022 that it was discontinued, another anniversary for its year, and 29 years of manufacturing in 2023 since I purchased it, in 30 years of manufacturing in 2024. 2025 is 31 years of manufacturing. This product, since 1996, it has more than 30 years of being produced in China. Let me give you this example here. When I was absolutely a very young, baby, my mom and my dad did not allow me to purchase a chess set like this before. This is back in the day. And you can see the history. It has history stuff. I can't throw this chess game set away because it's too old. Let me give you this. It's from the early mid 1990s. My family was alive, and I have the conclusion that my family got married before this chess game set was, it's going to be part of the family tradition. So I'm going to have to establish the instruction manual or in the one of my story when I was a baby. And let me explain this to you. This chess game set has history for a very long time. But if you notice, I never had this before when I was 6 years of age because it was too expensive for me. It could have been cost $100. It could have been cost about $50 and it could have been cost about $200 back in the day. How much money all of you American people, or I don't want to say them, mention them. How much money all of you people from Russia can spend this Radio Shack device? This product can cost you about 5,000 rubles or 9,000 rubles if you want, or 30,000, I believe, depending on your economy in Russia. Make sure to give this comment in English and Russian for all of your friends and for me in English because I don't speak Russian. Sorry, I don't speak Russian. Ni Russo, angielski. I speak only English. Sorry, because I don't speak Russian. But anyway, I do understand that I know Cyrillic language alphabet in the banknotes of Russia. I do have one of them that contains the numbers of the 1990s. Let me show you one of them. Uh, it's probably right over here in the instruction manuals of the United States. Let me see. Ta-ta-da-ta-da. Here's one from the one. This is the 1997, model banknote of Russia. They were introduced in the 1990s, so I was absolutely a little toddler back in the day. Russia, the government that used to control Russia was Boris Yeltsin before Vladimir Putin. I remember back in the day that Russia used to be governed by Boris Yeltsin. And I know your history, Russia. You know this for sure. In Czech Republic, they introduced in the 1990s a 1990s version banknote of Czech Republic. As part of its history life, this is a 2009 product banknote of Czech Republic. I'm going to have to keep this because this is back in 2009. And this is not really, something new from 2025. I'm going to have to give you an apology for everyone who knows about history of money and antique stuff. I'm talking about antique stuff. And this is another banknote. Australian banknote of the 21st century 2018 version. We have a 2018 $10 Canadian bill. They used to be made out of paper, but this is paper currency. Czech Republic, 500 korons, and it's really in Western Slavic. As you can see, this is a beauty of a woman. And it reminds me, the name of this character is Bosana Nemkova. She's from Hungary and she's from Hungary, Europe. She's from Czech origin, and I do have some history about this image from this woman. She's similar to a Russian woman, and but anyway, let's just continue with the product discussion of the chess computer. Back in the day, when I was absolutely in 1996 as a baby, I wasn't, a grown up back in the day. I wasn't born in 1989, and I was not born in 1988. If I was born in 1984, May 24 of 1984, I could have been myself older or even younger in May 24 of 1988. Like Anna Sanko from Bishankovici, Belarus. I can be probably her, 37 years of age. You can talk to me about that stuff. If I was you, Anna Sanko Matsuganova from Belarus, if I had your age 37, then I really considered myself 31. I was born in 1994 in Tuesday, May 24 from 1994. And this product has old history. You from Russia and Belarus can take a look at this product. If you don't speak English, how can you never read it before? It's not in Cyrillic language. But you do have to understand some of your Cyrillic language contains Latin alphabet, letters. Number one, number two, number three. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say number one, number two, number three, number four, number five. The people back in the day, we used to have back in Dallas, Texas, a lot of people from Asian origin, people from India, and immigrants from other parts of Asia, Indonesia, Bangladesh. Let's see, Middle Eastern people, people from Europe, Greece, working in Dallas, Fort Worth, people from Ukraine, Ukrainian citizens. Could might be everyone who gets to know a lot of people from Ukraine. And if we know this for sure, I was a small baby back in the day, so I never knew that this chess game set is from the 1990s. So, what do you think? It still works. Yes, it flashes very good. Yes, it's on. If we can put new game, it's making a little noise. Yeah, yes, it works. And let me give you the examples. This is the king, queen, rook, the bishop, the knight, horse, and the pawn. And the pawn. And the pawn. The pound is absolutely, when you talk about a pound shop, if you say the word pound, you're talking about a chess game piece. That's why they call the shopping stores of pound brokers. A pound shop, it's known like that. I wonder why they gave that name, the word pound shop, in instead of another word to sell used products. Let me find it on what is a pound shop and why they call it pound, just like a chess game set. All right, come on. The smartphone will give me some information. Come on. Is the word pound shop comes from a chess piece? From a chess game?
According to Cora, where did the term pawn shop come from? The word pawn comes from the Latin word pignus or pledge, and the items being pawned to the broker are called pledges or pawns. Pawnbrokers came to England with the Normans and the settlement of Jews in England.
And why they use it in a pound shop symbol in the United States for shopping stores that are for antique stuff that are used in semi-new products from the 1990s. When people doesn't need older stuff, they need new money to buy new products. For example, my iPad was born in a pound shop. I mean, it was donated to the pound shop from the early 21st century. Let me see if it has a meaning or not. Yes.
No, the word pawn in pawn shop
I'm afraid
does
it's
not
not
come from a
really.
chess piece, but from the Latin word pignus, meaning pledge or security. The traditional pawn shop symbol of three gold balls does not have a direct connection to the 1990s or the desire for new money to buy newer products. Instead, it symbolizes historical figures and financial origins, like the Medici family or St. Nicholas, and emerged to provide public recognition for the trade centuries ago. Origin of the word pawn. Latin roots. The word pawn
And used products that were no longer new. how people needed to sell them for money for new goods from advanced technology from the 21st century, like 2025 and 2015. Of how back in the day people they needed to sell their products for money for brand new goods in shopping stores like Walmart for new advanced technology products. For example, iPhones, older products from Antique Stuff, chess computers from the 1990s from Excalibur, and much more. And how eBay is known as a pawnbroker.
Comes from the Latin word pignus, pledge, or security. The pawn in chess. The chess piece pawn comes from the Old French word pound, meaning
Online, why eBay is considered like that, like a flea market.
foot soldier, and is not related to the term for pawn shops. The term pawn shop does not come from chess. It originates from the Latin word pignus, meaning pledge or security, as a pawn is an item pledged as collateral for a loan. The three gold ball symbol is a traditional, non-linguistic symbol representing pawn shops, used because many people in the past were illiterate and relied on visual cues. These shops have a long history of providing credit to those without access to traditional banks, evolving from ancient Greece
And how eBay is known as a pawn shopping store.
and Rome to help people secure money for basic needs or to acquire new goods, like the modern
No.
demand for 21st century technology seen in stores like Walmart. Origin of the term pawn. The word pawn derives from the Latin word pignus, which means pledge or security. The word pawn in pawn shop does not come from the chess piece but from the Latin word pignus, meaning pledge. Pawn shops symbolize security and a financial lifeline, not chess pieces. People use pawn shops to exchange their goods for immediate cash loans, with the understanding that they can reclaim the items by repaying the loan with interest. If the loan is not repaid, the shop sells the items, thus connecting to the modern market of trading used goods for cash, just as they did in the past when
That's
people
right.
sold clothes for essential
It's correct. You know,
and
eBay is like a
electronics
pawn
for
shop.
convenience. Origin of the term pawn. 1. Latin roots. The word pawn originates from the Latin term pignus, which means pledge or security. 2. Medieval development. The term evolved through Old French, pound, to refer to a foot soldier or a person of low status, which eventually linked to the idea of someone pawning something. And 3. Evolution to pledge. In a broader sense, pawn came to mean an item used as a pledge or security for a loan. The symbolism and role of pawn shops. 1. Financial service. Pawn shops have a long history of providing short-term credit to individuals who need cash but have limited access to traditional financial institutions. 2. Collateral. The word pawned refers to an item left as collateral, which the pawnbroker holds in exchange for a loan. And 3. Symbol of trust. The traditional symbol of three gold balls reflects an old way of identifying pawn shops in a time when many people couldn't read. The balls symbolize the three levels of the pawn shop business, with the largest ball representing the largest loan possible and the smallest representing the smallest. Pawn shops and the cycle of commerce. 1. From clothes to electronics. Historically, working class people pawned clothes as valuable collateral. Today, pawn shops serve a similar function but with a wider range of items, including electronics, jewelry, and antiques. 2. Meeting modern needs. People continue to use pawn shops to turn their valued items into immediate cash to pay for other needs, whether it's for emergency medical bills or the desire to buy new goods. And 3. A pawn shop for the digital age. Websites like eBay, though not a pawn shop itself, fulfill a similar function by providing online marketplaces where people can sell their used or no longer needed items and buy others.
That's right. I was born in Methodist Hospital. This was a very long time. Methodist Hospital from non-profit organization from Dallas was very older back in the day. And white people needed to sell these products that were no longer brand new, like thrift or flea market products, such as numismatic money, collection coins from the US Mint or from Mexico, and why people can sell electronics from antique stuff. such as older smartphones that were mobile phones, non-touchscreen, and also laptop, and also older mobile phones that were no smartphones from the 1990s with the stylus, and how also laptops computers can be sold there, including from Windows XP and from Windows 7 and Windows Vista, and also tablets from Apple from older models, not brand new models from 2025, but older ones from the early 2000s before the late 2000s, and how people want to sell them for the rest of their life because they want money for brand new goods of advanced technology of today. For example, if people need money to buy a brand new product like a Philips Norelco 2025 multi-groom product or a hair clipper with smart intelligence technology or an Oral-B toothbrush.
The word pawn in pawn shop does not come from the chess piece, but rather from the Latin word pignus, meaning pledge or security. Pawn shops offer loans where valuables are held as collateral, and the symbol of three golden balls on a bar, not a chess piece, represents the trade, possibly originating from the wealthy Lombard merchants. People sell used items in pawn shops or online equivalents like eBay to get money for new, advanced
And how can people go to Walmart or Target to purchase brand new products of today?
technology products.
And how people can purchase brand new goods of today, 2025, of advanced technology. When a child needs a new product or an older adult born in 1988 says, I need a brand new product from 2025. My smartphone from 1995 is not working. Like if they need to go to Best Buy or
Origin of the word pawn. 1. Latin roots. The word pawn for a pledge comes from the Latin word pignus. 2. Pawn as a pledge.
like a Samsung Galaxy S Ultra 2023 or 2015 or 2025.
Items left at a pawn shop are called pledges or pawns, given as security for a loan. And 3. Chess piece connection.
And why they go to retail stores like Best Buy and Walmart to shop,
The word pawn for the
and why they need to go to retail stores that sells brand new products because
chess piece comes from the old French word pound in the medieval
and how people needs to go to the retail stores to buy brand new
Latin
products.
term for foot soldier, which is a separate etymology from the pawn shop term. The three golden balls symbol. 1. Lombard merchant.
And why they need to go to the retail stores where they have new current products of advanced 21st century technology of today. For example, when they don't need to go to the pawn shop for used products like hair clippers made in the 1990s can have defects, including trimmers and much more. Trimmers. Of multi grooming products. Even Philips have been producing products in the 1990s. People can also give them to the pound shop for sale, for trade. Even when people need money to buy a new good of today. If a person says, "What is happening to my older Philips multiroom product from the 1990s? I need a 2025 new product." Or one made from 2023 2024, such as a Philips multiroom product.
The word pawn in pawn shop comes from the Latin word pignus or patinum, meaning pledge or cloth, clothing, not a chess piece. The three ball symbol, used for pawn shops, also relates to the Latin root, often representing gold coin.
And why retail stores like Walmart and Target are the emergency
Bags
stores,
of gold from the Medici family, who were involved
and why retail store companies like Walmart and Target are a
in
solution.
finance and lending. People use pawn shops to get quick cash by selling or pawning goods, like old phones or computers, to buy new, advanced.
And why the retail store companies like Walmart, Target, and Best Buy are the emergency solution to buy brand new products or online shopping.
The word pawn in pawn shop does not come from the chess piece but from the Latin word pignus, meaning pledge or security. Pawn shops sell used products and provide loans, using valuables as collateral, and have a centuries old history of serving people who need immediate cash for daily needs or new goods. The iconic symbol of three gold balls is a
Emergency.
traditional emblem for pawnbrokers, with origins
That's
attributed to the
right.
Medici
So
family
remember,
Lombard merchants.
my
It is not
chess,
related to the word pawn.
computer was made in the
Origin of pawn shop.
1990s, and
One,
this product
Latin.
comes very
The term
used.
pawn originates from the Latin word pignus, meaning pledge or
And you have to
security.
hear this.
2. Historical practice.
That's right.
In ancient times, pawn shops
And
served as
that's
financial
really what
centers,
I'm talking about.
providing loans to people who lacked access to traditional financial institutions.
Mm-hmm.
And 3. Pledge of valuables.
That's right,
This depicts
valuables.
pawned items, such as clothing in ancient times, as collateral for loans. If the loan wasn't repaid, the
That's
item was
right.
sold by
If
the
that's
pawnbroker.
correct, you can
The
get
symbol
yourself a
of three
brand new
gold
product.
balls. 1. Not chess related. The three gold ball symbol is not linked to chess pieces. 2. Medici connection. One theory suggests the symbol comes from the Medici family, a prominent family in banking and finance in Florence, Italy, as their family emblem included rounded objects that may have represented gold coins. And 3. Lombard connection. Another theory links the symbol to Lombard merchants, an Italian group that specialized in money
That's
movement.
right.
They used the three golden balls as a sign of wealth and trust outside their homes and shops. Pawn shops in the modern world. 1. A need for cash. Pawn shops continue to serve individuals who need quick cash, whether for immediate expenses or to buy new, advanced technology like a 2025 Philips multi-groom product. 2. Selling used goods. People sell items they no longer need, such as older electronics or smartphones from the 1990s, at pawn shops or similar marketplaces like flea markets or online sites like eBay. And 3. Retail stores
And how a Samsung Galaxy S Ultra current smartphone of today, 21st century, can.
versus pawn shops. Retailers like Walmart and Best Buy are for purchasing brand new products, while pawn shops specialize in used or antique items, often with a historical connection to community financing.
When needed to replace an older smartphone from the 1990s and 1980s. Because these antique products can be dangerous for electricity and the Federal Communications Commission and the Underwriters Laboratories Organization.
The word pawn in pawn shop comes from the Latin word pignus or patinum, meaning pledge or cloth, clothing, not a chess piece. Pawn shops use the symbol of 3 gold spheres, which symbolize wealth and were originally the sign of the Medici family or Lombard merchants. People use
So
pawn
now
shops
let's
to get
stop, this commentary, okay? So that's all for today. Make sure to enjoy the video, and please make sure to subscribe. I'm sorry, but it took, about 1 hour to 3 hours. And make sure, what do you think about this product? Well, you can see there are some chess pieces inside. Oh, there they are. And here are the small chess pieces. I have to be careful. They're all in black and white and sterling silver white color. They're very good. If you want to hear it, it works. And that's right. That's right. It's worked. And it's very still active. And thanks a lot to this older computer. I will never throw this away. No, sir. No, ma'am. Well, enjoy the video, and God bless you, and goodbye. Thank you for watching the video, and have a blissful early day morning.